While putting together a recent build, I decided that the case I was using would look great with some RGB fans. So I started looking on Amazon for some different RGB fans, thinking, hey, I'd get some Corsair fans, maybe some NZXT fans, and then I started noticing a trend of a lot of really good reviewed RGB fans for really cheap. I decided to pick up these AMZtronics RGB fans for $11.99 a piece. That's right, $11.99 a piece. Comparative, I think the next cheapest fans that I saw from a name brand were something around $20 or $30 a piece. Now with these fans in hand, I wanted to do some tests to see how they stacked up against some other fans. So I have an NZXT fan here that's about the same price, about $1 cheaper at $9.99. And then I also have a Noctua fan that's a little more on the premium side, coming in around $20, $25 a fan. So I'm gonna run these through some simple tests, not anything too scientific, but throw them against a couple different tests and see, what are the differences between them. But first I want to mention my Discord channel, where you can come, ask questions, get tech support, suggest new video ideas, and just talk with other people that have similar interests. Follow the link in the description to join. First up was to test the speed at which all the fans were pushing air. I put all the fans at 100% so we could get some comparative results, and I just checked at the meters per second at which the fans were pushing air. As you can see, the RGB fans were pushing the lowest at about 1.5 to 1.6. The NZXT fans were a little bit ahead at about 1.6 to 1.7, and the Noctuas were the highest, around 2.2 to 2.1, somewhere in that range. Next up was audio testing. It was really hard to try to pick up some audio, so I put an overlay on the screen here so you can kind of see the differences between each of those and see where they all went up. To be honest, they were all about the same. I would say the NZXT fan was the loudest, with the Noctua fan and the AMZtronics fans coming out about the same in terms of noise that I could tell. Last up was temperature testing. So what I did was I ran the FPU stress test in IDA64 as well as Heaven Benchmark running at the same time. So on the screen you can see the results from the two fans that I tested in the case setup, which was 3 AMZtronics fans and 3 of those NZXT fans. I did those together because they were about the same price, so I thought they came out to a really good kind of comparison, with the difference being that you get RGB with the AMZtronics versus just the NZXT fans. So getting a good look at these fans up close, some of the things I noticed were good and bad. So number one, they actually feel pretty solid. Like, not much flex to them. I mean, they feel pretty solid, good weight in your hand and all those good things. Another thing is they actually have a little bit of rubber pieces here on the side, which are good to kind of reduce some of the vibration noise, so give you a little bit of sound dampening there. So there are definitely some somewhat weird things with this. So number one, I don't think this is necessarily super weird, but it does come with a proprietary-ish fan controller. Now the good thing about this is it allows you to hook up 8 of these fans, have them all synced together, and they can be hooked up to Molex power, okay, that you see over here, and then that Molex power drives them. So you don't have to worry about your motherboard having enough fan slots or fan headers to slot all these fans. Now, the one negative side of this is the way these fans actually change color is it's based on this little port you have right here, and what they intend for you to do is to use your reset switch from your case. So I actually have what can be used as a switch here that I bought externally just for some other projects I was doing. But the nice thing about this is it actually allows me to press it. As you can see, they're changing down there. So the cool thing about this is instead of completely cannibalizing your reset switch, is what you normally have to do, you can actually pick one of these up for, I think I paid like $1 or $2 for it on Amazon. Super cheap. So I'll actually put a link in the description to this so you can see. But yeah, so that's one kind of negative to this. Also, it does limit what you can do, even though they are RGB. It would be nice to be able to hook these up through software on your computer and actually do some changes there instead, but all in all, not too bad. In conclusion, I think they're pretty good fans. Are they as good as the Noctua fan in terms of performance? No. Are they as quiet as the other fans? No.
But heck, for the price, I honestly think they're pretty good. So that's gonna wrap this video up. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below, or consider joining my Discord channel where you can suggest future ideas, get help with some tech support questions or any other questions you might have. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in another video.